Good read there by DJ Wagner, just not able to finish.
Good strip there by Thiero, gets it back for Arkansas. He gets the outlet pass, and he knows how to finish. Love to see that D by Wagner. Never wanted to get beat backdoor.
Well, that was great fundamentals. It was the proper hand and technique as he went backdoor, had his head on a swivel, and deflected that pass.
Here's Thiero keeping his dribble alive. Just shrugs off the D.
Down the stretch in conference play to get back in the field to 68.
There's a turnover. Thiero, back the hoop and the hole.
Set.
Mitchell with a body blow coming back for Missouri.
A response bucket by Mark Mitchell. Put his head down, strong with the left hand, gets all the way right by the rim and finishes.
A rim run by Thiero.
Leading the SEC in that category, leading it in blocks as well. Heat check by Jones, missed the three, and rebound Carter Knox. Arkansas lost at Texas A&M as the three goes for Thiero. Got the deflection, but Auburn keeps possession. Kelly again, around and out for three. Rebound Thiero.
Drive him.
Davis blows past his man. Thiero penetrates, scoop, and score. What a shot. Auburn Alyssa 37%. Here's Johnson from deep. That's off target. 42% shooter in conference games.
Alyssa, to your point, Arkansas talent on paper, a top 3 or top 4 team in the SEC. Talent doesn't always translate to chemistry and obviously continuity. And that's been a challenge for John Calipari and his team this year. Dealing with some injuries, dealing with some new players, finding that continuity and that rhythm.
Thiero on the drive with a shot clock at 5, falling away, knocks it down. You mentioned for Arkansas, so 6 points by Auburn in the last minute after the Razorbacks tied the game. Janai Broome with a double-double, the 16th of the season, 76th of his career, 12 points, 10 rebounds. He has as many offensive rebounds, too, as Arkansas does as a team. Wagner with a lob, Thiero with a throwdown. But Arkansas only down 8, and a must-have for the Razorbacks, trying to get what certainly would be their biggest win of the season. Their resume may be good enough as it is, even though you look at their record, 15-10, 4-8 in league play. They do have quality wins, but this would greatly, drastically improve their chances. Thiero helps their cause.
The success of the SEC because of the foul call and being different in the final.
Step back, Pettiford, no good in the three. Long rebound, Richmond gets it ahead to Thiero, and Thiero gets the dunk. Jones blocked it.
With a senior from Allen, Texas. So this Arkansas team in the half court having to reinvent itself on the fly with no big Z on the floor. Thiero for 3, and number 3 knocks it down. Doesn't hit it. Finds Wagner in the corner. And Richmond goes high to snare that one. Saved by Wagner. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Thiero finishes at the rim.
There goes Givens. He's going to lean in, force one. That's not a good one.
Miller had a man on his back. You have to throw it to the post, to the guy that's got the rhythm and trust. Even if he doesn't shoot it, the ball's going to come back out for a better shot.
Thiero was on a mission.
You have to make sure that you do a better job defensively on these sets.
As Wagner will call out the play. Thiero just eats that bump. He said, wait.
SEC, Missouri lost earlier to Texas A&M. Thiero followed the miss, jams it home, and used every bit of the rim.
Yeah, you have to fight with all you have tonight if you're Arkansas to keep that kid from going to his left. He is dynamite with that left hand.
Here's Wagner. Gives it up to Thiero for 3. Got it! Adou here going head-to-head in this one. Chris Youngblood was at USF, and Nellie Davis was at Florida Atlantic, where he took the Owls to a Final Four a couple years ago. They're guarding each other right now, 1 and 8. Here's Davis off the screen. Thiero thinking about it. And he just punished Grant Nelson. Well, the Hogs have made 8 of 9 buckets, and they've outscored Bama by 7. Adou Thiero misses in the lane, gets his miss back, and is able to convert. Soon wanting to push the tempo. Youngblood gets up an early 3. And Thiero skies for the rebound.
Yeah, the confidence that Alabama plays with the first 10 seconds of the shot clock. They're pretty much unmatched in college basketball.
Thiero, turnaround fadeaway. Fearless and fun is how John Calipari's team has played, starting with that game at Rupp. They've won 3 of their last 4. Not only the win at Kentucky, but then they got another quad 1 win. Challenge it. Now a dozen for Diabate. Alabama poised to become the #1 team in the country. Thiero drills the 4.
Basketball in this part of the country. Well, Alabama, they've been so impressive on the road. This Bud Walton Arena, and it was at fever pitch for most of that first half, and Alabama just shut it down.
Leader around the young freshman.
It's a 9-0 run for Arkansas. Nelly Davis on the floor. Adou out front. Here's Thiero, and he slams it home.
Streaks, the Arkansas Razorbacks. So stay the course. Try to chip away at this lead.
Meanwhile, it's a cold streak for Texas. Longhorns have missed their last 9 shots, and Pryor's going to stay down on the floor. Arkansas has a 5-on-4 on this side. Set through, 2-hand jam by Thiero. He got it! Trey Johnson is alive, and so are the Longhorns. 12-0 Texas run. Thiero at the blow by. Whoa! He cocked it all the way back.
Miles here. Expect a lot of switching where you can.
Here's Knox across midcourt. All alone, Thiero. Whoa! Hangs and throws down.
Though is a no-mistake guy if you're Arkansas. You cannot go under. You cannot get clipped. If you switch, you better switch high or he'll make you pay.
Kentucky 3 of 3 from the floor. Thiero will fire. He knocks it down, man.
Again, but that is a mistake. It's a small mistake, but great shooters make you pay big, and that's what Robinson is.
Thiero will try to drive again, and he does, and he gets it up and in with the left, with Ivisic for the rebound.
Arkansas 1-6. They are the underdog. Kentucky a 10-point favorite. Cal told his guys, just give me a chance at the end. Man, so far this first half, they've done well. Look at this catch.
Inbounds. They'll boo Wagner. They booed Wagner more than the other transfers who are now with Cal and Arkansas. And alley-oop to start to Thiero.
Like feet battling.
Yeah, that's where some of that experience that Wagner has and Thiero has can pay big dividends. Wagner's been so solid in this second half. Chandler getting a lot of run here. We haven't seen Trent Noah in this game.
I mean, Kentucky goes zone for the first time.
Yeah.
Just trying to change the game right now with 3:40 to go.
Davis penetrates and gets it over the hands of Owe. Thiero.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, what an acrobatic.
Got one.
Oklahoma jumping into some full court pressure. And it may just work. They got the deflection. The Razorbacks will bring it up at a friendly bounce. Thiero. Good for 3. That's huge. Here comes 5 on the shot clock. Wagner. Shot's no good. Got his own board, though. Thiero dumps it home. There's those winning points.
Arms, avoid the contact.
Adou left open. In and out the jam. Thiero comes in.
That ball was not.
I don't know that many of us saw that coming, that Gamecocks would challenge the Gators at that point. Bodies tumbling everywhere ahead to Thiero, who lays it in.
Man, Roy, what a use that jump hook a little further out than most people do with great efficiency.
I think I've asked you this question before. How come we don't teach the hook shot
hook?
more than what we do? It's unstoppable.
Yeah, the jump hook is there. That's Adou, Thiero. Arkansas has been so good valuing the ball. Only 10 turnovers without Boogie Flan in the game tonight. Be strong with the ball. At worst, if you're up this possession, get to the free throw line.
Wagner picked up his dribble and a dangerous pass to Nelly Davis. Outside to Thiero. Big jump stop. Big traffic. Arkansas's back. Short on the second. He'll get it back. Lay it in.
A member of the 1,000 point club just went over 1,000. He has 13. He's already at a season average. We're 7 minutes into the game. Well, he's got a look in his eye, too, on the offensive end. Here's Thiero. They beat the zone that time. First
by this Razorback team on the defensive end to match up player to player when Missouri pushes it.
Boy, this is a big haymaker here in the first half. Thiero at the logo. That's good. Oh, what a lob! Look out! Mitchell calling out his victim. Arkansas trying to respond, and it's an immediate alley.
Defenders away.
He had been kind of a background actor in the first couple of games. He's taken on a much larger role today in SEC play, that is. Thiero, can he get going? Looking to go back to work right here. Spins, goes up with the right. Oh, follow slam. Athletic playmaker. Long two, off the mark that time. New 20 and Adou. Thiero cleans it. Must have just misspoke there. So Arkansas 2 of 9 from the field. However, it has maintained its lead. Cam Carter is a quick 5 points. Thiero, that's a close range look. Could bet on a dig in the half court. Wagner, the blow by, missed the layup, but Thiero is there. Thiero turns the corner. Thiero knifes in.
Ole Miss 0 for 3 from the floor. It's an 8-1 lead, looking to grow. Here's Thiero. Whoa! Cocked it sideways. He's now all alone, 11th place, and he's scoring in Ole Miss history.
Bruce Pearl did take my call earlier as I congratulated him. He said, I really don't need another congratulation. I'm trying to prepare for South Carolina.
Lead of the night for the Rebels.
Wagner looks at the bench and says, hey, I did what you told me to do. You said he wasn't much of a shooter, just 8 of 41 from 3 on the season. Throw that scouting report away.
Couple of stops for David Barnes before ending up in Oxford. Here's Thiero over Padula. Whoa! Adou Thiero head-to-head in that game in Kansas City on Thanksgiving. There's the roll, there's the lob, and no finish. Not a great pass. Thiero hugged, and he hits. And a go. Second half, Arkansas just 4 for 13, including 0 for 3 from deep.
Here's some of that matchup zone. They'll switch to some man usually late.
Thiero, two-hand man jam. Mother Nature's got to cooperate because right now she's looking to dump all over the Metroplex. Here's Thiero now. Got it. Adou Thiero. Here's Jalen Murray, gives it up. Contested 3 in traffic, and Flan's got the rebound. Here comes Arkansas. Davis finds Thiero with the reverse jam.
On the shot clock. Gainey fires it up. That's going to be well off. Good defense that time by Arkansas on the perimeter.
Yeah, rather outstanding by Arkansas to just keep their butt to the basket and stay between the ball.
How about
a great call by you, man. The hang time and a little bit of lean back. That's what great shot makers can do. Make guarded shots.
Lanier's got a dozen now. Tennessee is on quite a run. Thiero, that's good.
Yeah,
they got to get him going. Good hands by Thiero. Gainey's back. Watch out. Wow. He challenged him, and wow.
We're at 18 points a game. There's a turnover taken away. Thiero spins.
Baseline to cut and get an easy one.
Thiero, nice cut. Good pass to start the second half. Forrest goes to the rim, can't get it to go. Thiero. Just physically, they don't have him.
That guy's got to really be enjoying coming home and knowing that he grew up in the shadows of this program and in this arena, having a nice game.
Thiero rips the net to the Aggies. Forrest takes it right to Ivasic. Now a little run out. Thiero takes it himself.
And getting position in the paint, and he's really tough to move.
Here's Davis. Thiero again has been ultra aggressive this year, time and time again. Season to Wake Forest. They have picked up recent wins over Virginia Tech. They beat Xavier by 25. Then they won at Wisconsin. Never an easy thing to do. And had a 2-point win over Iowa in their last.
What would you say their best win was? At Miami?
Probably. And they trailed for about 37 minutes of that game. It is a road win against a power conference team, so that's a great point. But Miami obviously struggling with a loss tonight. His third three already.
He's going to get more than 9 minutes in this game.
Wolf on the bench right now, but Cheddar playing great. Thiero, again, he is as aggressive. Bland defended by Sam Walters, an Alabama transfer. Thiero driving again.
He's got Vlad Golden behind.
Reuben Jones did a nice job there, Jay, to keep him from getting by.
He did, but he had Golden behind and he did get by him.
Yeah, these Michigan guys know they've always got one, maybe two 7-footers behind them. Corner three and a much needed. Just thank you. As they fought back into it, were unable to get all the way back and take the lead. Look at this rebound by Adou. Thiero working hard on the glass.
Different years. Well, the Roadrunners have at least two that are on their fourth team as Wagner misses. Thiero cutting to the rim. He will score. And a chance. Shot clock down to 5. Boogie Flan going to work around the screen from Brazil. Long rebound to Wagner. Thiero didn't have anybody to pass to.
Okay, you know, let's get rid of the turkey and all the mac and cheese, and we'll get back to basketball. But we're having a little bit of that hangover on this game.
I can almost hear Cal saying, "I like flow. We don't have flow. There is none." Shot clock a factor again. Boogie. Thiero to the basket and a chance. Now a little backcourt pressure as well by the Roadrunner.
Boogie Flan yet to score today. I think that is one of the big reasons why we're not. Oh, how about that right there? Not much you can do with that.
Boogie Flan need to get him going offensively. He'll miss the 3. Rebound kept alive. Thiero will score.
Steers with another tough shot there, but you have such a good first half, and then you come out in the second half and just can't find the offense. You turn the ball over a little bit more, and you let this Arkansas team get out in transition and balloon this lead.
Arkansas just turned the ball over at will in that first half. They've stopped. And UTSA was able to get a lot of open looks in the first half. That has changed.
And Coach Cal at halftime adjustments. They matter in sports. You can't always do what the game plan.
How about that to beat the shot clock? Half have started to drop again, and maybe Arkansas hasn't had quite the same intensity defensively. And you know, this is still within reason for the Roadrunners if they can get a couple of stops.
Yeah, you get a couple of stops and knock a few threes down, or even just a few baskets any way you can get them. You still have an opportunity with 2 minutes left, but you're gonna need a lot. That doesn't help.
Nope, it does not. Thiero to Brazil. He lost that ball on the way up. So Thiero will collect it.
Back there, not getting into the teeth of the defense, going to the runner midway in, not having to challenge the trees.
Well, Coach Larrañaga has to be delighted with the start his team is off to, offensively and defensively so far.
Honestly, Obi, I believe he would be even more excited about the defensive effort that he's gotten from his team. And now another deflection.
Yeah, Johnson nearly stole it, and that's going to hang on the rim and drop in after the foul.
Cleveland, we've grown to know and love throughout the ACC, attacking the offensive glass, making the energy and effort plays, and not allowing for anyone to throw him the basketball to be effective.
He is 13. Back up to a 4-point advantage for the Canes. Night number 1 of the challenge. Arkansas with a slam. Oh, tremendous. Thiero.
It's often when he's that close to the rim.
10 turnovers from Miami. They had only 4 in the first half. Thiero with a pull-up pop. Knocks it down.
And Smart
playing internationally, so he has that experience as well. And now it's a 17-point lead for Illinois. It's their largest cushion of the day. Under a minute to go in the first half. Flan crosses, challenging the 7-footer. Leave it for Thiero. Hard drive, flips it in. He is tight. And fine cohesiveness. Yakachonis gives it away.
Left his feet. 3-guard look for Arkansas. A lot of dribble drive, find like that.
Flan to Thiero, the redirect for 2.
How about that? All set up by Boogie.
Zvonimir Ivisic. 13:06 to play. 63-48. Illinois.
Very good at the rim, too, if there's a miss.
No, that's going to count. Goaltending. Thiero will get.
As you're talking about Yakachonis, one of the things that's really improved recently entering this game is the ball security. 9 assists to 2 turnovers in his last 2 games. He had 11 turnovers in the 2 games prior, and that's a...
Driving in, kick it around. Riley a 3. No good.
Well, they can stretch it, though.
Thiero.
He's going.
Right to the rim. Thiero with a man's jam. For Kasparas Yakachonis, known as KJ. Wagner. Give it up. Thiero to the rim.
Always available.
He's making a play, making something happen from downtown, or a drive to the rim, and now Arkansas trying to play catch up with 2.5 remaining. And they need points in a hurry here. Thiero gets great position and he banks it in.
He's strong.
Down yet again. Good defense in the half court. And that shot won't fall for Johnson.
Multiple good defensive possessions by Arkansas. Coach Cal is going to like to see stringing together multiple stops.
Little step through.
He was attacking with all the intentions of scoring a basket there.
Little runner. Bland not able to get it. And with the man advantage, pulling the trigger, Johnson, but can't get it to fall. 1 of 9 now is Maryland Eastern Shore from distance. Thiero. And he'll go to about it. Was working early on for him. There's that little fall away shot for Shaw. Can't get it to go this time.
And Costa, fifth-year senior. He's got the big wide body, brawny shoulders. He's a physical player. Second turnover. This is Adou Thiero. They may score that basket on the goal to April. Right, after 15 years at Kentucky. I mean, shooting a lot of ways. It was very strange to think that. All right, Thiero cleared for takeoff here. And this is an other way. Well, you played a couple of seasons with him. And you know, just the characteristics you remember about him that makes him. Oh, there's Thiero, a transition slam.
Court and even in transition here at the start of the second half have not been quite as crisp as they were in the first half.
Arkansas, again, only playing with 7 tonight, and most on the floor, at least a handful of them in that rotation. Freshmen like Knox, Fland, Richmond. Thiero, the crossover, and the foul. Count the. Thiero, that's his third steal. Adou Thiero with a little windmill. Again, Arkansas only playing the 7-man rotation today. Thiero, the act.
Darrell going with the pressure, getting out of the zone because he knows that if he sits back in the zone, Arkansas is going to hold the ball, trying to pick it up and force a turnover.
Thiero is waiting for the lob. Adou Thiero, an exclamation.
Right there, they're very worried about the ability of Arkansas with their length to get the turnovers.
Thiero, full flush at Arkansas.
It's harder to pass, and it's just, again, they're quick, and they're not reaching.
Thiero, another steal, another flush. Wagner. Still a good sign to see DJ knock it down after not scoring in 37 minutes against Troy. Thiero. Joe, what a pleasant surprise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, his touch is amazing. Nice high arc, the rotation on there. I love his footwork. His feet are always set and ready to pull the trigger.
Thiero. Oh, my! Thiero throws it down. Struggled from the free throw line the other day. Ralph went up for another flush, and he lost it. Maybe it was deflected. Numbers aren't there. Wagner attacks. There's the alley, and the oop.
You gotta turn it. You gotta slow down. There's traffic. You can't just go full bore all the time. You gotta have some finesse, some poise.
That's where this learning comes in with these young guys, and certainly playing together. Thiero passes up the 3. There's the acceleration and a chance for a 3-point play.
Armed it a little bit.
Little tentative.
Yep.
Joe, will there be times where Arkansas plays at a little different pace later in a game because of this rotation and 7 players?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to. I mean, because, again, fatigue is definitely going to be a factor. And
Thiero with the two-handed throwdown after it. Arkansas will host Little Rock on Friday night on the network. About to go to 3-1. There's the alley. There's the catch. And there's another hammer from Thiero. A year ago, he had 22 in a game at Oregon State, a game that went to double overtime.
Yeah, good first 2 possessions by Troy. Solid defensive possession, and then get a wide open 3. Thiero right there. Just using his body. That's athleticism. You love that in college basketball. In today's game, you don't see a lot of guys who started, great pass by Boogie Flan right there, who started, you know, in a more of a
better season. So he has built that Trojan program into a good one in the Sun Belt.
Troy, good at football, solid basketball. They're building a solid athletic program in Alabama.
Thiero on the drive, and he gets the friendly roll, and that's 7. Obing driving. Got up in the air with no place to go. He finds Davis. Baseline jumper was tipped in by Thiero.
And if you look at the national champions of late, in the past, like, you have to have that experience. You have to have those older.
There's the alley.
But back to our point on the makeup of a team, you got to have some size. I can't even get my thoughts off because Arkansas is running.
Thiero again goes up and under with the left.
Like I said, rather if you're going to have some injuries, inevitably will. Got to make that if you're.
My goodness.
That's just.
Fields didn't realize
Fields
how open he was. Thiero with the flush. Biggest lead of the night for a lay-in.
Got to get back on defense.
From Singh. That's happened a few times.
Yeah, it's happened a few times. Troy's pushed the pace, and Arkansas hasn't fallen asleep on transition defense. Not something that Calipari is going to be happy with in the film room tomorrow.
Arkansas doesn't play until Monday. No games this weekend. There is a football game that I think the locals are interested in. Thiero, open 3, and he'll knock one down. That's a nice.
And Arkansas has the steal. They're looking to push it 2-on-1. Boogie Fland. And then the cleanup bucket by Adou.
You bring the ball up, get you into your offense, but Jeremy Roach is trying to improve in that aspect of his game this year, and he loves the free-flowing, aggressive style that Scott Drew lets his guards play with.
Arkansas scoreless in over 2.5 minutes. Where are they going to find this offense against the Baylor zone?
John, if you can't shoot, the game gets hard, really hard.
Nice pump fake.
And it's confrontational. It's a whole nother level. Big-time game coming up. When you look at the Ken Palm standings right now, that's the number 1 and 2 team in the country coming up after us, Houston and Auburn.
You travel with that thesaurus?
I just like trying to think, like, how would I really describe Houston's defense? It's way beyond tough. It's way beyond words that we normally use.
Thiero inside. He's been the most.
Got his feet underneath him, didn't shoot an unbalanced runner. And you got to get that ball inside the zone.
Thiero, and there is the first 3 of the game.
With his eyes, told everyone in the arena where he was going with it. Lucky it doesn't get stripped and ripped to the other end.
Thiero bodied by Roach, the fadeaway jumper, and it goes. Adou home with the head fake. Here's O'Meara stepping out. As Flan clears the glass. Thiero.
What a horse is Norchad O'Meara. That's another reason why I think you're seeing all zone tonight out of Baylor. Short bench, they're switching 1 through 5 at Gonzaga. Did not work. It's not ready to win hard games yet. And Scott Drew on money, on point with back into play. And right there, that left arm gets raised up on Jaden Nunn. It's an easy call to make.
Under 7 minutes to play. As Arkansas has never led in this game. Thiero. Mid-range jumper, and it goes. You see how international in Paris this season. Roach missing everything. And here goes Thiero. 1-on-1. Look out!
The rim is a very important basket for Baylor, trying to hold off this Arkansas push.
Arkansas has been scoreless in over 2 minutes. As Adou Thiero.
Games below 30%. Takeaway. Thiero with the drive, and he'll scoop it off the window with the left hand. Professional in the Adriatic League. Have you been in the Adriatic League?
No, but
can we get you there? Thiero.
Oh, wow.
On the drive, he'll score. I'm trying to help out. 17 turnovers for Lipscomb, and that is not a recipe for winning on the road. They competed tonight. I think Arkansas expected them to do just that. 1 point shift to 15-point deficit down to 4. The Hogs have found a different gear. Extra pass to Thiero. Hey! Oh, his eyes were up near the 15-point game. And the turnovers have been a problem. Thiero, can he outdo himself? He had to gather his footwork.